Hey there, Leo. This is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your March 2016 mid-month update for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Leo, or for any soul that has found themselves turning this video on, right? I believe in energy, and if you're drawn here, you're drawn here, okay? Plus, the way that my channel is, it's the readings that I do are really focused on your personal journey, your spiritual growth. And, every reading, we take a topic, we pull an oracle card and focus on an aspect of ourselves that we can develop, that we can focus on in order to continue our growth, our soul's growth, okay? I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to start, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm going to start posting little short mini readings. Very short because, they only give you a minute. And I'm going to start that in the next couple days. Look for them. They're going to be short. They're going to be 1 or 2 cards, and they will be completely general, but just soul guidance, sort of, kind of like I do here, but a lot shorter, just little snippets. But it would be great if you could find me there. It's Chronic Joy Tarot, and it's at Living Chronic Joy. So yeah, it'd be great. Okay. So, Leo, we pulled for you at this time, the guidance is sweetness. So, yeah, two things come to mind. If it's been grinding, all work and no play for you, it is definitely time to sort of tap into that rich flow of life that is underlying everything. And really gain some connection to that. And then I also think that in your connections with others, maybe take more time to, take the initiative, actually, to reach out to others using that generous heart of yours, because, your heart is your center. That's what you're ruled by. And if you want to begin to try to communicate, even to relationships that aren't so easy, to try to communicate with love and, sincerity, give compliments, use your thoughtfulness. It's really sort of focusing on goodness, okay? Which you can easily do. You can easily do that, Leo. Okay, so if it's been where things have been tense between you and another, or like I said, you're just grinding away and it's all work and no play, now is the time to sort of, rest in the goodness and the kindness and the love that is always there, and that's really within you as well, that you can bring out and share and give to others and to yourself. Okay, Leo, the Zen Tarot spread that I'm using is my made-up spread. It is a play off of the diamond spread that I've done here before, which is just these 5 cards. But I added a few on the top here because I wanted to go heavier on the aspirations, like what we're reaching toward or what our outcome could be. And so I'm calling this the tree. I don't know if it looks like a tree to you, but that's what I'm calling it. Okay. All right. So our first card here for you, Leo, is, look at that, breakthrough. Love it. It's a power card. It's your solar plexus chakra kind of just busting wide open. So self-empowerment, self-expression, that strength, that roar that's within you, it's time to let that out. And it's time to let that out with love, right? All that love that's bursting, ready to come exploding out of you. You could have a big shift in your relationships if you just begin to practice more loving kindness, And I know for a fact that a lot of you already do, but you can never have enough of that, right? So keep the focus on the love, keep the focus on the kindness, and you will experience a shift in your own life, in your sense of pride about your progress and your soul's growth, and also in your relationships with others. Okay? There's an internal energy here this card represents that is sort of driving this this topic for you this month or at this time, and it's going with the flow. Look at that. Tap into what is here and accept it. Let life move you. You know, don't make life move. Do you get that? Let life propel you into, go with what you're given, right? Take the momentum. And, you know, if this idea of the sweetness of life resonates with you, soak that up and take it and go, you know, take it as far as you can, right? Go with it. Because everywhere you start to look, you will see opportunities for a kind gesture. You will find, you know, your connections improving just because you've spoken with love instead of with, you know, impatience or something. And taking that momentum, oh my gosh, you know, you can, this breakthrough is going to probably last a long time if you take that and really go with the momentum that you're given. You always have an opportunity to speak with kindness, even in the most difficult and contentious of connections. You still have an opportunity to tap into that heart of yours and operate from there. And you're being guided at this time to put that to practice, okay? And in your external world, in your real day life, you're kind of in a place where you can kind of say, oh yeah, you know what? I've gotten a lot done, and there isn't any real need for any urgency right now. And if I just focus on the love, and everything that comes out of me is going to be coming from love, then I can really, really sort of enjoy the fruits of my labor, enjoy that work that I've put in. You will find that, like I said, things improve quickly just with you changing, you know, how you show up. Okay? And then going forward, and this this direction is going forward, and this card in particular is sort of the pivot point. It's like what needs to be unlocked in order to continue to expand, and that is this integration. So I love this because everything is not all good. Okay? It's not all lightness of being. It's not all easy, right? You have easy, hard. You have light and dark. You have good and hard, you know, or bad, and or things that are perceived as good and bad. But what you're guided to do at this point in order to take that momentum of loving kindness that you're going to cultivate is you're guided to, you know, and it becomes much easier when you're coming from a place of love. It's to integrate it all. Observe all of it, the good and the bad. It's all the truth. It's all what is right here. And it's okay. It really is okay. And if you accept every aspect of the life around you and just be with it, then approaching it with a loving heart becomes much easier. The acceptance and the receptivity to it and making sure there's room for all of it is the way forward. Okay? Then we have up here your sort of the top of your tree and what's ahead or what to aspire to. I love that. Oh yeah, I love that. So if you and remember I said it's not all good. There are some sorrowful moments. There are some sad times. There are some more heavier mental energies that come upon us, and they will come, and it will come, right? Part of this breakthrough is releasing everything that's going on within. You're guiding it by love, but, you know, you'll also get in touch with some pain that it's possible, especially if this reading has triggered for you a relationship. You know, if it has reminded you of a relationship that needs an injection of love in it, then you might uncover some pain, and then you'll get through it, and then it will dissipate, right? As long as you stay mainlined with the love. Okay? Internally, you know, in response to any darker moments that you might experience along this path, you'll start to recognize that there are other ways to see it, other ways to go about it, other ways to address it, which is with love, right? And that you might find in your daily life, it takes a little more assertion of your courageous heart than usual, especially if there's another person involved. You might find, you really got to stick with it as far as the positive, loving messages. And be sure along this whole focus here, focusing into kindness and love, be sure to flip some of that back onto yourself. Make sure you have, the love is coming out and through you, but make sure you love yourself back, okay? That gives you the power to move forward and heal, okay? It will heal you, and it will heal your relationships and those around you as well. Okay, and then this top message here is kind of like the recap or the overview or the insight. And I love this because I'm taking this as, starting out with that loving kindness helps you reduce stress. The stress card, is this, like I had said in another, I can't remember what video it was, but stress is always there. Stress is part of life. It's what motivates us to go forward. If we're stuck, you put a little stress on the situation and you can move through it. The problem with us as human beings is that we hang on to it, and we hang on to it mentally, and we don't forgive, and we don't send love to balance it out, right? So this is a beautiful lesson for you, Leo, in really putting that heart to practice, really putting it out there. You'll find that your connection to yourself, your outlook and the way you view others and the way you interact with others will shift drastically. And others will see you differently. And then, you'll minimize the pain and the stress along the way. Okay? All right, my dears. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to see you again in April here. And then don't forget to come and see me on Instagram if you want to get sort of a daily, almost daily dose of me. Little short readings, okay? I love you guys a lot. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good March.